Hi everyone, my name's Kat and I work for Western Bartonshire Libraries, and one of the things that I do in the libraries is I take baby massage and baby yoga sessions, and this is my baby massage demonstration doll, Jojo. So what we're going to do today is we're going to guide you through all the baby massage moves and strokes that we would normally be doing in week 2 of a 6-week block of baby massage. But before we do that, there's just a few things to go over with you in case you haven't taken part with the baby massage with us before. So some of the strokes that we do in baby massage aren't suitable for babies under 6 weeks of age, and we would recommend that you wait until your wee ones had their 6-week health check before you participate. And if you're at all concerned about any underlying health issues that your wee one might have, with regards to taking part in baby massage, then we would recommend that you just double check with your health visitor first. So the massage oils that we use in our classes are just vegetable oil. So if you've got something like vegetable oil or sunflower oil in your kitchen, that's perfect for using. It absorbs into baby's skin really easily, and therefore if you need to pick them up during the session, it won't leave them slippery. And there's no perfumes in it, so babies are unlikely to have any kind of reaction to them. But if you've got something that you would prefer to use at home, that's totally fine too. So in week 2 of a baby massage session, we focus on the legs and the tummy, and we introduce some strokes on baby's chest and arms as well. So in a moment I will guide you through those strokes, but before we do that, we're going to do our short relaxation session that we always do at the beginning of all our classes, and that just gives you a wee opportunity to relax and chill out with your wee one before we start the session. So to begin the relaxation, just make yourself nice and comfortable, and then I want you to concentrate on your breathing. Take nice slow deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Just inhale and exhale. And while you continue with your slow deep breaths, we're going to stretch out some of our muscles, starting with your neck. So if you just drop your chin all the way down to your chest and hold it there for a few seconds. And then bring your head back, and this time tip it backwards, and again hold. And back to the centre, and then tip your head over to one side so that your ear goes down towards your shoulder. Back to the centre and over to the other side. And back to the centre. Okay, next we're going to pull our shoulders up nice and tight towards our ears and relax. And again, pull them up nice and tight and relax. One last time. Tense your shoulders up and relax. And then the last move we always do, if you pull your hands out in front of you, really stretch them out so you can feel the muscles in your upper arms and shoulders. And if the baby's lying in front of you, you can give them a little wave. And that's us, nice and relaxed, ready to start the baby massage session. So in week 2 of a 6-week block of baby massage, we are focusing on legs, tummy, chest and arms. So as always, in any baby massage session, we are going to start off with the velvet cloak. So before you take any of baby's clothes off, or get any oil on your hands, you just want to rub your two palms together close to baby's ear so that they know that they're going to be getting a massage, and they'll learn to recognise that sound. And then you use the pads of all your fingers and you just give babies a long gentle stroke from the tops of their head all the way down to the tips of their toes, and their little toes can get a gentle tug at the bottom. And you just want to do that about 4 or 5 times, and baby will get used to the touch before the massage strokes start. So we tend to always start with baby's legs because they're the least sensitive part of their body, so it just relaxes them into the massage. So you don't need to strip them off completely right away. You just want to undo their baby grow or take their trousers off and their little socks or whatever they have on, and just so that we can have their legs bare for the first part. Then help yourself to the oil that you're using. Get a little in the palm of your hand, rub your two palms together to make it nice and warm, and any time during the massage that you feel you need to get more oil, just help yourself to it. And we're going to start off with the upside down leg stroke. So you want to hold one of baby's feet in one of your hands so that the flats of all your fingers are pointing in the way. So if you're the other way around, you just want to swap your hands. And then for the upside down leg stroke, you just stroke all the way up the front of baby's leg, turn your hand at the hip and down the outside towards the foot again. And it's just a long, slow, relaxing stroke. Nice to start off the massage with. And once you've done that first leg, you want to swap your hands over and do the second leg, and make sure your fingers are still pointing in the way. You stroke all the way up the front of your leg, turn your hand at the hip and all the way down the outside towards the foot again. A nice soothing stroke for babies. Okay, now once you've done that stroke a few times on both legs, we'll go back to the first leg, and this time we're going to do kneading the dough. So you hold baby's foot in the same way. This time your other hand's in a kind of curved shape. Start at the top of baby's leg with your thumb on top of their thigh and your fingers underneath, and you're just doing this gentle twisting motion all the way down baby's leg towards the foot. Again, you're going to do this stroke 4 or 5 times on the first leg before swapping over to do the same thing on baby's second leg. Okay, so when you swap over, make sure you swap hands so that your thumb can be on top and your fingers underneath, and you're just doing this gentle twisting motion all the way down the outside of baby's leg. So this stroke is really good for circulation in baby's legs and helps them relax the muscles. And again, once you've done that a few times on both legs, we'll go back to baby's first leg and we'll do the next stroke, which is called Wibble Wobble. You start with one palm on the inside of baby's thighs with the fingers pointing down towards the floor, your other palm on the outside, and then you just do this up and down wibble wobble motion all the way down baby's leg. Wibble wobble jelly on a plate. Again, we're going to do that 4 or 5 times on each leg. This stroke is really good for suppleness in baby's legs. So once you've done that on the first leg, swap over, do the same thing on the other one. This is good for releasing tension, and it's just good fun, especially if you sing the rhyme. Wibble wobble, jelly on a plate. Okay, so the next stroke we're going to do is knees to tum. You want to take both of baby's feet, one in each of your hands, and then we're going to bend their legs at their knees and hold them up towards our tummy for a few seconds and then relax their legs out straight. And again, bend their legs at their knees up towards their tummy and relax. Now this stroke's really good for babies that suffer from trapped wind. Just gives them a little bit of relief. We do a very similar move in our baby yoga classes as well, called the marching pose, where we do one knee at a time. So we'll do that one last time. Bend their legs at their knees up towards their tummy. And relax. Now to finish off on baby's legs, we're going to do the same stroke that we started with there. It's the upside down leg stroke. So holding baby's foot in your hand again, the fingers of all your fingers on your other hand pointing in the way, you stroke all the way up the front of baby's leg. Turn your hand at their hip and all the way down the outside towards the foot again. Long, slow, relaxing stroke. So once you've done that a few times on baby's first leg, we'll swap your hands over and do the exact same thing on their second leg as well. Okay, so we'll just do that once more, just to finish up on the legs, and then we're going to move up and do some strokes on baby's tummy. So what you want to do now is just undo their vest or whatever they have on. You don't need to take it off completely right away. We don't want babies getting cold. So just roll it up, push it aside, and we can do the strokes on baby's tummy. So the opening move on the tummy is always tummy cuddle. You start with your fingers together like that underneath baby's back. Stroke your hands to their sides and then bring your fingers to meet over baby's tummy like that. A nice warming stroke. Just warms up their tummy before we do the massage strokes there. Okay, so when we're working on baby's tummy, we always go clockwise. So all our circles go from left round to the right, because that's the direction of baby's bowels, and it will help with any indigestion problems or tummy troubles that they have. You also want to make sure you stay below the bottom of the chest, just so that you get the maximum benefit out of these strokes. So the first one we're going to do is called Round and Round Garden. You want to picture a little clock face on baby's tummy, and using the first two fingers on your right hand, start at your bottom left, which would be 7 o'clock on the clock, and stroke all the way around to 5 o'clock at your bottom right. So just applying gentle pressure and stroking round. Again, you want to do that stroke about 4 or 5 times. So that stroke's good for circulation in the area and also helps out with any little tummy troubles. So the next one we're going to do is petal stroke. Again, using those two fingers and following that circle, but this time you're adding in little petal shaped circles all the way round, and it's almost like you're drawing a flower on baby's tummy. Now, we don't do this bottom part of the circle because it goes the wrong way for baby's bowels. Okay, so the next stroke that we're going to do on baby's tummy is called Windy Box. So you're still using those two fingers on your right hand, but this time instead of a circle, we're going to give it corners like a box. So start down at 7 o'clock again at your bottom left and stroke straight upwards and then straight across under their chest and straight down. And again, we don't do this bottom part of the box because it goes the wrong way for baby's bowels. So we'll just do that 4 or 5 times and then we'll move on to the next stroke. The next stroke on baby's tummy is tummy squeaker, and it's like a paddling motion. So you start off with one palm just underneath the bottom of the chest and you stroke down the way, and then do the same with your other hand, and then you just keep going like that, one hand over another, like a paddling motion. Okay, so we have one stroke left to do on baby's tummy, same one that we started with there, and that's the tummy cuddle. So you start off with your hands underneath baby's back with your fingers together like that. Stroke your hands to baby's sides and bring your fingers to meet over their tummy. And we'll just do that a couple more times just to finish off in the tummy before we move up to do some strokes on baby's chest and arms. Okay, so what you want to do now is just take baby's little vest or top or whatever they have off so that we can do some strokes on the chest and arms. If you think baby might be getting cold, you can just cover up their bottom half and their legs with a little blanket or something. So the opening move on the chest and arms is always hearts and flowers. So you start off with your two palms placed one on either side of baby's chest, and you stroke upwards, cup their shoulders, and then all the way down the outside of their arms, and you open out their hands with your thumbs. Again, one palm on either side of baby's chest, stroke upwards and cup their shoulders, all the way down the outside of their arms. Open out their hands with your thumbs. So this is a good one for relaxing all the muscles in baby's arms, and it also helps them relax their hands. A lot of young babies clench their fists, and this just encourages them to relax their hands out. Just one more time. Okay, the next one we're going to do is called up arms. It's just for baby's arms. You start off with one palm placed underneath baby's arms with your fingertips up towards their armpit. Your other palm goes on top of baby's arm with your fingertips up towards their shoulder, and then you just gently stretch and straighten all the way down to the tips of their fingers. Now some babies, especially when they're quite young, don't like to straighten their arms out completely, so if they want to do it with their arms bent, that's fine too, just however you're comfortable. And again, once you've done the first arm, we're going to swap over and do the same thing on the second arm. So one of your palms underneath baby's arm with your fingertips up towards their armpit, and your other palm on top, fingertips up towards the shoulders, and then just gently stretch and straighten all the way to baby's fingertips. It's a good one just for relaxing out baby's arms. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is wrist release. So for this one, you want to hold baby's hand in your two hands, and using the pads of your thumbs, just stroke along that crease at the wrist, starting at the centre and going round the sides like that. That's a nice soothing stroke for babies. So once you've done baby's first wrist a few times, just swap over and do the same thing on baby's other arm. Okay, now the next one we're going to do is called across and down, and it takes in all of baby's body, so it helps them with coordination and body awareness. So you start off again with your two palms placed one on either side of baby's chest, then you take one hand away, your hand that's left you stroke to the opposite shoulder, and then all the way down the outside of baby's body towards their feet. And then 2 hands on again. Take the other hand away this time and stroke to the opposite shoulder, all the way down the outside of baby's body towards the feet. And then you just keep going like that, alternating hands as you go. I'll just do once more before we move on to the next stroke. Okay, so the next stroke is Love Heart. It's just on baby's chest. So you're using your 2 thumbs and your first 2 fingers, and you have them all together like that, right at the base of baby's chest in the centre. Now your thumbs don't move, they're going to stay there. And with your 2 first fingers, you're going to trace a love heart shape upwards and outwards to baby's shoulders and back to your thumbs. Just applying gentle pressure as you go. And this stroke is good for circulation in baby's chest and helps tone the muscles there. Okay, so we have 1 stroke left to do on the chest and arms, and that's the same one we started with, hearts and flowers. So again, place your 2 palms, one on either side of baby's chest, stroke upwards and cup their shoulders all the way down the outside of their arms, and open up their hands with your thumbs. We'll just do that one a couple more times just to finish off. Okay, and then just to finish off the session, we are going to do the velvet cloak again. That's the same stroke that we started off with right at the beginning. So using the pads of all your fingers, you want to give babies a long gentle stroke from the tops of their head all the way down to the tips of their toes, and their little toes can get a gentle tug at the bottom. And this is where I like to say thank you to all the babies in my class for coming to the baby massage. But also I like the babies to say thank you to their parents and carers too. So thank you very much, and that is the end of the session for today. And that is the end of week 2 of baby massage. I really hope you enjoyed taking part from home, and I hope you'll join us for the next session when we'll be introducing some of the strokes on babies' backs. Thanks for taking part. Bye.